Got Cap in the building. What's good, man?
What's good, cuzzo? Just chilling, man. You know, back in town.
You know what I'm saying? How long you back for?
I was back for about 3 days, man. I had to come check on my mom, Dukes.
Man, you know I had to get you in here, man. This legendary right here. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is legendary. I'm good.
A lot of people might not know that, man. I mean, but.
Okay, so we're gonna start right there. For people that don't know who you are, let's start from the beginning. Who is Capital B?
Capital B is.
Cause you've been doing it for a minute.
Capital B's been 20 years strong in the game. Capital B was way back when Alcatraz.
They was recording out of Delta Lab.
Six Toe, if anybody knows Six Toe, I hit y'all with some QC. Hit y'all with a little QC history. Six Toe. You had the Future. That's when I was out.
So when did you start rapping? Like when did you?
Really, it really went down basically like.
Like how'd you start?
I started once I heard Rapper's Delight.
Talk to him, man.
Cello Junior High, Rapper's Delight. When I started hearing that.
What's Rapper's Delight, man? You might have somebody out there like, what's Rapper's Delight?
Rapper's Delight. Rapper's Delight was like one of the first big hits.
In hip hop.
It really set the tone in hip hop. It was long as hell.
That mother.
But I mean, for the first time, for it being the first time, you in junior high and
right.
They rapping and they breakdancing and all that. That set the tone.
That's what inspires you to get.
Set the tone for what I wanted to do, you know.
Right.
Cause I was playing ball, you know. It was always, you know, sports, sports and music, but never really thought about trying to be an artist and nothing like that. Cause there weren't no raps out there like that that we listened to that we knew about. And when I hit the scene.
So let's talk about that first album that you dropped. Deeport, was it Time to Do You?
The first album, the first thing I actually dropped was a cassette.
Deeport Groove?
Deeport Groove.
I remember that.
Cassette.
Tell me about Deeport Groove, though. How'd that come about?
That was, man, actually, it's crazy because I had started right till I really got into it heavy as far as trying to record and shit when I got out of college. So when I was in college, all I was doing is, you know, freestyling at parties and shit like that. You know, freestyling at parties and on campus and stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing really where I was trying to actually make music.
Right.
When I came back home, that's when I started going into the lab with Mix and Mel.
Right.
I started fucking around with Mel in the lab, and I ended up leaving. My job took me out of town, so I'm in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And my brother moved down. You know, shout out to Herb.
Shout out to Herb.
Rev, you know, but he was in town and he always used to put the shit in my ear. Like, man, you know your first love was sports. You ain't doing sports, man, but your next love, man, you music. Why don't you do, why don't you get into your music? Why don't you do that? So he kept putting that in my ear, and just where I happened to work at. Couple cats there, you know, knew a couple cats here, a couple cats there, so.
Right. Now, when you dropped Deeport Groove, like you brought a whole new hustle to the Midwest. I'm gonna say the Midwest and the Quad Cities because nobody was pushing their stuff out of the trunk then around at the crib.
Except for Mel, except for Alcatraz and the Future and them.
That's it.
For the most part, but and Six Toe. I just mentioned Six Toe there because I remember that and I'll never forget that name because I saw that, you know, the little cassette tape. Wasn't really many people rocking cassettes at home.
Nah.
Cause that was the in thing at the time.
Yeah.
But there wasn't many people out there.
I remember I had one too.
There wasn't many people out there with that, so.
That's a classic album.
So
you was in Shreveport when you actually recorded it?
Yeah, see, I started in Vicksburg. I started, you know, doing my writing and thing in Vicksburg, and then I went to Shreveport. See, I was working in the casinos.
Right.
So everything was falling, you know, into place. We opened up Vicksburg. I worked there for about a year, then our company opened up another casino in Shreveport. So I moved to Shreveport. And when I got to Shreveport, actually my first song, I did one of the songs down here.
What song was that?
First song.
The one you had your dad on?
The first song I did with the cassette tape, put you up on some more history. First song I did was produced by probably one of the
Hottest
engineering producers that ever touched down
Right.
in this area. I mean,
You talking about
Terry Patton. TP
Yeah.
he did the Deeport Groove beat.
So he did the beat and the production. Engineering too.
Engineering and all that. Deeport Groove was all him.
He's cold.
So
Yeah.
I went back. I got it mastered down there, and I got my other stuff mastered. I was messing around with the keyboard, so I made a couple tracks.
Right.
So I decided to do a cassette tape, a little 4-song, little mini cassette tape.
It was hot.
In Dallas.
When did you?
In Shreveport, my bad, but I got it done in Dallas.
Right. So when did you start Beat Down Records?
That's when I started Beat Down Records.
Yeah. So how that come about?
That was all.
Cause it being independent that time.
Once again, I gotta give a shout out to my brother. That was all his idea. About, man, we need to start our own label, man. We need to start a label.
And when was that? Like 90?
That was back in, let me see, I left in, it was like
that was like 95, wasn't it?
Nah, it was earlier than that. It was like 90, like 94, 93, 94.
And y'all was already on the independent grind
94,
in 94.
We had already signed that stuff up to get our name registered. It was Beat Down Records.
Right.
And by the time I came back with the CD, with the cassette, I already talked to Mel. Shout out to Mel Hawkins.
Shout out Mel, man.
Mix and Mary, everybody know Mel. The guy down here.
Yeah.
He did he was a jack of all trades.
Yeah. We all learned from Mel.
He was the DJ, he was the producer, he was the engineer, he was your art, he was your artist.
Yeah.
If you needed he did my logo. So
right.
I put the logo on, from that point on, it just took off. Because once again.
So what album was after Deeport Groove?
Time to Do You. And that's when it really started jumping off.
So Beat Down was already established, and then you dropped Time to Do You.
I moved once again, like I said, the casino my company opened up another casino in Shreveport.
Right.
So when we get to Shreveport, and what happened in Shreveport, cats heard my little cassette tape, and they was like, oh, okay, dude, Blasi Scoop in the casino. And just one of my guys I work with in the casino said, yeah, I got a cousin. He used to play for Roger and Zapp.
What?
He played for Roger and Zapp, and he'll be back in town, such time. He got a stew here, blah, blah, blah. So, I'll let you introduce him. Right.
So you had some A1 production on that second album. So who was on that as far as production?
Production-wise was, he did it all. His name was Pockets, Dale Harris. Pockets.
He did the whole
production for Shreveport, Louisiana. He did all the tracks in the production.
So how many?
I take that back. He did every track with maybe 3 or 4. I did like 3 tracks of my own.
Right. How many copies you think y'all pushed to that?
I pushed about 3.
Yeah.
3 G's.
That's good.
About 3,000.
That's good. So that was your second album.
Yeah, and that was one that popped off because once I met him. Like I say, this cat here had already been out there. He with Roger and Zapp doing his thing.
Right.
I come in with a 4-song mini cassette tape, and
he was rocking with it.
I popped it in, he's listening, and he like, damn, I'm kind of feeling dude vibe. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening to some of the shit he did. I'm like, well, damn, so long story short, we chopped it up and we ended up connected, and we put it on.
Right, so was you performing at that time too? Or was that when your third album you started to get on stage?
I started really doing the stage thing.
But you really been performing your whole life in the church.
Yeah, I was doing my stage thing like on the second album. But the first album was crazy because, like I said, Time to Do You was crazy because, see, a lot of people back in them days, man, when I was doing it, you couldn't just walk. When you walk up into the radio station, you gotta have some payola in your pocket.
Talk about it.
Or they weren't playing your shit.
Right.
And I knock on wood. I gotta take some credit for this shit because everywhere I went, from Shreveport, Louisiana to Biloxi, Mississippi, you was there.
Yeah.
You could be the judge. For everywhere I went when I was trying to push my music, I got radio spins.
It's the CRIBBS Show. What is this?